You've seen the headlines, now meet the reality. You see the ads everywhere. Become an AI expert in 6 months. They flash across YouTube, pop up in Instagram Reels, and slide into your inbox, promising a future where you're an AI guru with just a bootcamp and a few hours a week. It's tempting. After all, who doesn't want to break into the most exciting field of our time, artificial intelligence, in half a year? I tried it. I clicked the links, enrolled in the masterclasses, followed every roadmap, built prompts, and watched tutorials deep into the night. I believed the story that 6 months of hustle would turn me into an AI expert. But what I learned was something very different. The truth isn't that AI is too hard to learn. The truth is that real mastery takes time, context, and consistency, none of which fit neatly into a 6-month timeline. This is the real story of what it takes to learn AI, what 6 months can give you, what it can't, and why that's not a failure, but a powerful reality. Let's now take a closer look at the popular promise of 6 months to AI mastery, and why it sounds so appealing to so many learners. It's not hard to understand why the 6-month promise works so well. In a world addicted to speed, efficiency, and instant success, master AI in half a year is the perfect pitch. Tech influencers push it, boot camps sell it, even some well-meaning educators believe it. We live in a quick-win culture. You can order dinner in 3 taps, learn to play a song in 5 minutes, and automate your finances overnight. So why shouldn't AI be the same? There's also a deep emotional hook. AI is the future. It's powerful, transformative, and tied to high salaries, prestigious jobs, and a sense of relevance. So when someone says you can go from zero to expert in 6 months, it doesn't just sound efficient, it sounds urgent. This narrative is especially appealing to those switching careers, new graduates looking for a fast entry into the tech world, or professionals hoping to add an AI expert label to their resume. The reality is, though, that true expertise is rarely that quick or that simple. Boot camps and online programs have their place. They condense information and give structured paths, but they also have to sell hope. And hope, especially when wrapped in 6 months to success, often ignores complexity. But here's the hard truth. What you actually learn in 6 months often looks very different from the promise. You can learn a lot in 6 months. You can understand how to use AI tools. You can build fun projects. You can start thinking differently about automation, language, and problem solving. That's powerful. That's real. You can become skilled in areas like prompt engineering, build chatbots using existing APIs, and even automate tasks in your job with tools like AutoGPT or Python scripts. In 6 months of focused effort, you might even land an entry-level AI support role, especially if you're already from a technical background. But is it mastery? Not even close. Using ChatGPT or Midjourney is not the same as knowing how large language models work. Writing prompts is not the same as writing Python code to build a neural network. Watching a crash course isn't the same as understanding backpropagation, data structures, or algorithm optimization. True AI mastery includes understanding mathematics, linear algebra, calculus, and statistics. It requires knowing how to clean and interpret data sets. It demands an ability to think algorithmically, evaluate model performance, and stay updated in a field that evolves weekly. Most importantly, it requires depth. Watching 10 hours of YouTube tutorials isn't the same as spending 10 hours debugging a real-world machine learning problem. Reading about neural networks isn't the same as training one and evaluating the results critically. 6 months might help you start speaking the language, but fluency, that's a longer journey. Next, it's important to understand the difference between simply using AI tools and truly grasping the technical concepts behind them. The explosion of AI tools in 2024 and 2025 has created a new kind of user, the prompt engineer. These users craft carefully worded inputs to generate stunning outputs. They can automate customer service, create images, draft emails, and even write code, all without touching the underlying system. This is valuable. Businesses love it. Careers are forming around it. But it's not the same as understanding AI itself. Imagine giving a high-end camera to a beginner. They can take good photos, sure, but they don't understand exposure, aperture, or light metering. That's the difference between using a tool and mastering the craft. Similarly, prompting an AI tool is like playing a song on Spotify. Building the model behind it is like composing the music, mixing the audio, and producing the album. Many people think using AI tools well means they've mastered AI, but that's like saying someone who drives a car well understands automotive engineering. Yes, both are useful, but one is surface-level functionality, and the other is in-depth innovation. The myth of 6-month mastery blurs that line, making people feel behind or inadequate, when the truth is, they haven't been told what mastery really involves. So, what does it really take to master AI? Let's break down the skills and knowledge that truly matter. If you're serious about mastering AI, here's the truth. You need time. Not endless time, but real committed time. Not just 6 months of watching videos after work. You need years of curiosity, experimentation, failure, and breakthrough. You need math, linear algebra to understand vector operations, calculus to grasp how gradients work, statistics to model and interpret uncertainty. You don't need to be a mathematician, but you do need to be comfortable with numbers. You need programming fluency. Python is the most common language used in AI, and it's not enough to just follow along. You need to know how to write, debug, and test your own code. You'll need to understand how libraries like NumPy, Pandas, scikit-learn, TensorFlow, and PyTorch actually work. You need to practice data wrangling. Real-world data is messy. Cleaning it, preparing it, understanding it, this is half the battle. The more data you handle, the more intuition you build. You also need to study algorithms and architectures, CNNs for images, RNNs for sequences, transformers for language. You don't just plug these in. You need to know when to use what, why it works, and what to tweak when it doesn't. This takes time, but it's not a gatekeeping statement. It's an invitation to pace yourself, to enjoy the process, and to stop comparing your journey to someone else's highlight reel. To set realistic expectations, let's look at a smarter roadmap, what you can aim to achieve at 3, 6, 12, and 24 months on your journey to mastering AI. At 3 months, you'll be comfortable using basic AI tools. You might be automating writing, experimenting with small datasets, and understanding AI's potential in everyday life. You'll likely still rely on tutorials and pre-built models, but you'll start asking better questions. At 6 months, you'll have moved beyond surface levies. Real success with AI doesn't always come from deep technical knowledge. It often comes from creative application. The world needs both builders and users. Both are valuable. Both are part of the ecosystem. So yes, you should absolutely start learning. But not because you want to master AI in 6 months. Do it because you want to use AI in your life. Because you're curious. Because it's fun. Because the journey itself is worth it. So, don't chase mastery, chase momentum. The idea that you can master AI in 6 months isn't just unrealistic, it's unnecessary. What matters more is building momentum, building habits, building understanding over time. There is no final destination in AI. The field changes too fast for that. What matters is that you start, stay curious, and build your knowledge in layers. If you spend 6 months learning AI and feel overwhelmed, congratulations, you're doing it right. That discomfort means you're growing. That confusion means you're in new territory. That's where learning happens. So forget the myth, forget the pressure, focus on the process. Mastery will come, not in 6 months, but in the moments when you stop worrying about the clock and start enjoying the craft. So, Have you tried learning AI? What surprised you the most along the way? Do you think the 6-month mastery myth helps motivate people or sets them up for disappointment? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to stay ahead of the AI and quantum revolution, hit that like button and subscribe, because the next breakthrough is happening right now.